Hello YouTube fam. Today we're playing Bant Ivy, which is a Bant deck based around Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief, which we haven't seen it played before, which I did play one deck with this a blue-green deck last standard on the channel. It's whenever you cast a spell, it targets only a single other creature other than Ivy, or other creatures being Storm Chaser Drake, Ledger Shredder, Illuminator Virtuoso, which are really good at accepting spells that we cast. As their biz being the single target. If they are the single target, the other ones other than Ivy, you can copy that spell, and the copy targets Ivy. And we're really just trying to do that with a bunch of different spells like Homestead Courage. Combat Research is one of the bigger aspects of the deck to really get the velocity going. When you're hitting the opponent, you're drawing some cards. Whatever creatures have invasion and in different aspects. Then you're trying to protect the creatures with Tameo, Safekeeping, Slip Out the Back, All in Vex, X-Score, Lauren's Escape, things of that nature. Shout out to Jaw for submitting this deck. This is the third time a deck of Jaws has been featured on the channel. I love playing the first two, so I'm really looking forward to playing this one as well. If you want to see your deck played on the channel, then you can look into the description below, and there's Google Forms that you can submit your deck on, and I'll look to play that. Or you can put your deck in the comments. I've seen some people try that as well, so I'll be looking to play some decks from the comments, as long as they fit the best of one standard mold. I also did change the mana base slightly, and we might change the deck as we go through. We'll see how I like the deck, see how it performs. But let's get into the games. All right, we go first, but we don't have blue mana, but we do have white mana and a lot of things to do with it. So if we ever draw blue, we'll be in good shape. So I think we'll keep this. Run on the mulligan. Start with an all-in-back escort. Cover ready courtyard, okay. And then a mountain, sure. Okay, if they have removal, they probably want to break it up here before we get a +1/+1 counter on our Virtuoso. Okay, you can destroy an enchantment with that, okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to connive here. Lauren's Escape. Probably keep that, honestly. Get rid of this Spell Pierce. And they're red-green, so they probably don't have a way to really remove his Virtuoso if I get it to 5. So that's the goal. Yeah, I think we're... I think, yeah, one of these two spells will be too slow if we draw... blue, and I think it's Ivy since it would take up a green source as well. So yeah, we'll get rid of Ivy and get in with it. Yep, and so our Virtuoso this guy's indestructible as well, which is going to be pretty nice. Well, at least one shot at indestructible is all in Beck at scored, so it's not like we're leaving shields down right now. Naya, Venom Connoisseur. Whatever, another one. Actually, battlefield, you get that, sure. They're Ivy, huh? Where's attack here? They're obviously having to block. Yep, think we're just good to play out this Virtuoso. Our opponent's in perpetual chump block mode right now. Kind of putting him into Vice Grip here, unless they have an exile effect for our Virtuoso. We're not blocking. You can deal your damage to us, it's fine. Okay, so they could have Wandering Emperor here, which is fine since we have the Lauren's Escape. So yeah, I think we're gonna cast this combat research onto this Virtuoso. just so that they're both, they're not both trying to get attacked. We should have, my bad, I meant to click the Ivy there, but we'll live, I suppose. Alright, so expect me seeing a Wandering Emperor here. Gonna counter it with this Lauren's Escape.
Run away. You'll be safer.
Connive in here, get rid of this Ivy. Get rid of this Brushlands. And now they got a block. So if they have two Wandering Emperors, it can get them out of the hole they're in here. But then they're open to attacks on the back end with this Virtuoso. It's telling what they'll do with the Wandering Emperor. They might just make a 2/2 anyway, because they know it could get attacked down. But if they do make the 1/1 and leave up 5 mana, might simply have another one. Fables, sure. No second Wandering Emperor. It's a good blocker though for strike, sure.
Remember your training.
Adgar wastes. Well, they have to block if I do it like this. So I'll force them into that. Which means I should attack this Illuminator. Man, I'm not playing great right now. Yeah, I should have attacked with a Virtuoso too, so I could have drawn card because they had to block with the Fable token. Man, that was a misstep. They hit a Wandering Emperor here. It's like they only discarded one card, so you might have a Wandering Emperor in hand. Another Connoisseur, okay. And a Liberator. Probably can destroy our combat research. Oh yeah, damn. That Wandering Emperor can kill it too. Yeah. Oof. Not a clean game for me so far. Let's see if we can draw some spells to bail us out of it. I've not played well. We're not drawing anything right now. But we can attack with this Ivy. A lot of spells in our deck that are really good draws. And we've looted away some lands. Sure, that's a good one. There's Reach as well, which is not good for us. They're attacking, okay. I was fine with that. Tamiya's safekeeping, Hexproof and indestructible. So I think that means we're going to attack with this. There are two flyers. Gain some life here. Draw a card. Island, huh? Man. Not a great draw there. Hungarian, sure. Fine with that. Not too worried about that one. Can't copy the Helena and Helena, at least. They attack with it, they're really susceptible for Swing back in the air. If we draw like a Homestead Courage or something like that, probably lock up the game. No blocks from us here. It's not a bad draw. Cast this for 4 and try to stay alive and get him next turn. Sure, we'll try that. Really, you probably need a Fading Hope or something for us to get through next turn. They're gonna end step copy something, yep. Probably gonna do an Alpha Strike and we'll have to see if we can win. The question is, are they gonna attack with this Halana and Elena? Doing less damage this turn with the copying on the Outland Liberator. So instead of just attacking with her 5/5. Interesting. I think we can block enough to get out of this though. Just have to draw pretty well off this Combat Research Storm Chaser Drake combo here. I'm taking 12. And they don't have enough to pump this here. Could have some removal or some straight damage to the face, but I think we're going to have to take that in order to have a chance of winning here. Alright, see what they got. Gotta cast the Combat Research on the Drake. Draw a card. Yep, definitely copying it. Gets an extra point of damage in this turn, which is, I mean, we have to kill our opponent this turn or else we're dead, so we have to deal with some pain lands in a way, so we have to probably draw a little favorably. Yeah, drawing the Besager I think means we can't win anymore, but we'll attack. Yeah, we didn't draw out of it enough to overcome my misplayings in early game. Dang. It's frustrating one to lose. GG's. This land is... The lands in this hand are painful, but we will keep. Pretty good hand otherwise. Opponent's on the mulligan. Some cool sleeves, though. Gonna target my Allenbeck escort here. Deserted Beach was a nice draw. Oh, their own Storm Chaser Drake. The mirror. Okay. Probably not good that we're on the draw in the mirror here. Not sure we can win the draw in the mirror. They just get to do their stuff first. Yep. Yep, this is what we would be doing this turn. Honestly, it is what we're going to do next turn. They only have one white, though. Did they draw? Did they draw? More mana, that's the real question. Yeah, we're not blocking there. I don't really care about this damage at this stage of the game. Slip out the back. Okay, sure. Hey, they did draw the land they were looking for. Yep, doing it just like them. And we do have a Fading Hope up. So we'll pass. We do have the Hollenbeck Escort, obviously, to protect the Storm Chaser Drake. But yeah, we can't really do a whole lot about that, so. Sure. Yep, they're gonna attack. Okay, we're gonna pass here. Declare no blocks. Take the hit, I think. See if they cast another thing on their Drake, or what they're planning to do. They had a second Homestead Courage. We have a second Homestead Courage now. I think we're just gonna get busy with it. If they have a Fading Hope for our Drake, then we'll Fading Hope their Drake. We'll slip out the back of a nice draw. Double slip out the back, okay. Oh, we'll attack here for sure, since we have cards in the bank here. Very Vandal. Sure. They're gonna block with the Vandal. Yeah, we're fine with that. I think we're just gonna bounce the Drake now. Get the Adakar waste to the bottom. And the turn. We're obviously susceptible to a bounce spell here. They'll have it though. They're probably gonna have to choose between a bounce spell and developing their Storm Chaser Drake, since they only have one blue at current time. Okay, playing out the Drake. Yep. Searching for another blue potentially. Second Escort. Yeah, we're gonna attack with Drake. Yeah, we're gonna play the Shredder and the Escort and leave out two slip out the backs. I don't think we want the island, even though it doesn't get us anywhere in the connive. Not sure what our opponent's looking to do here. Shredder of their own. Yep. So I mean, I want to slip out the back to Storm Chaser Drake now. I think it does. It gets a +1/+1 counter though. That's fine. Shredder's fine. Backing and all back at court gives us lifelink too, which could be a big life swing. Yeah, I think I'll pass. There's the damage there. Homestead Courage was good. Yeah, gonna cast Homestead Courage on our Drake here. Just a great card to be drawn here. Yeah, draw untap blue that's not a pain land is big as well. Yeah, they'll get to shred, but that's fine since we get to shred too. Discard a Drake, sure. We're gonna discard the Scrutiny. Yeah, we're gonna jam with everybody. Gain some life this way. Probably hard for our opponents to kill us from 12. Okay, we'll play our second Drake and leave up 2, slip out the backs. See if we can get there. Opponent has second blue, but it's tapped, so that's... I guess they have a plethora of blue spells in their hand, and they're just going to sit there. GG's. GG's. Big W. Our opponent has mulligan, but this is a pretty good hand here. We're missing white mana, but we have everything else. A white-blue check land. Deserted farmland, maybe? I don't remember the name of it, but that would be one of our dream draws here. Yep, cave's tapped. Ugh. Only mono green land isn't good draw here, but maybe it'll be good against an enchantment or something that they have. Alright, so this is a deck stocked full of removal. Stone Brain, huh? I have to read this one. Exile the Stone Brain, choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. Okay. If that's the case, I think we want to play this Ivy, so they can't name it with the Stone Brain. And name our Drakes, we can draw 2 cards with it. It's a good card, though. At least playing an Ivy makes probably not want to play a Fable here. Probably feel like they have to remove the Ivy. If they play a Fable here, we're over the moon about it, though. We can combat research, put it on the Ivy and target this Drake with it as well. Oh, yes. We're in on that. Yeah, another non-pain blue, I think, is land. Come on now. Come on now, Auto Tapper. What was that? What was that? Taking that action for sure. That Deserted Beach. That's what it's called. Not Deserted Farmland. Deserted Beach. That was the card we were hoping for. And we did get there, so. Another combat research. Okay. That's pretty good. Opponent's on big score in the yard. See, they have 2 removal spells. Only discarded one, so they probably have at least one removal spell. But we can rebuild next turn. They let us untap. It's gonna be tough. Oh, this is a ward as well, so maybe they won't be able to kill both this turn. Might have to decide which one they want to kill. Which, well, yeah, they have the treasure. They should be able to kill both 2-mana removal spells. They'll have their whole turn, and they'll use their treasure for it. Yep, go for the throat. Pay that ward. Yeah, so we're fully expecting our opponent to kill this Storm Chaser Drake now again. But that's alright, we can rebuild with a Storm Chaser and an Illuminator. They're gonna use the Stone Brain? They are. What are they gonna name? See what card they're feeling. They gotta choose something. They don't get to look at my graveyard first, so they're gonna have to search through what they think I have. They could name the Ivy. Ivy's not a bad name. Second Drake, okay. They're gonna get this one in our hand. We're gonna get a replacement card for it. We would love to draw protection for the Drake. For this Drake. If we draw protection for this Drake, we're gonna be able to pile a bunch of cards on. There we go. There's the protection we were looking for. We're gonna draw a bunch of cards here. We really should play something. So I'm gonna play this Allenbeck Escort, or I think we're gonna play this Virtuoso and keep up the Tahamio safekeeping on the Storm Chaser Drink because it just represents so many cards right now. They have to have double removal spell, and even if they do, we get to keep a Virtuoso, which will hit hard next turn. You know? Oh, just passing? That is fine with us. Okay. Could look for another white, but it's fine for now. I think we're just gonna attack with both and see what happens. Gonna double block the Virtuoso. Doesn't seem like a great idea. I think we're just gonna Fading Hope this Shaman. And trade with the Reflection. Lightning Strike on the Drake. We'll try to prevent this. Drawing some cards. I think we're gonna play the Ivy here. Keep up the Lauren's Escape. We have lots of ways to draw cards. We just don't have a lot of ways to kill our opponent right now. Opponent needs 2 removal spells, but they have shown not to be able to hit 2 removal spells on several occasions. We're low on white right now. copy spells, get some more damage going. I probably should not have played that land yet, because if I draw an untapped white here, it would be good, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to get rid of this land and this land. I think. Sure. Yep, and we're just deciding what to do. And the opponent knows they're dead. We had an embarrassment of riches there. We could have died to many removal spells, but they didn't look like they had a bunch in hand. So, alrighty, GG's. Okay, we're back. Opponent's going first. We have all our colors in mana, but it's painful. Do you have these two creatures today? I think that's good enough. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Some blue white. We'll lead on the coast. In case you want to spell pierce something. Can't spell pierce that. Alright, well, can hope this Ledger Shredder can ride us to victory, because the opponent's going to hit us hard and fast with blue-white soldiers. It's a cool deck. I hope to get to play it. Sorry, I'm at Ledger Shredder. I hope to get to play it, though. We will see. They'll have to play something without haste, or I don't know. Shredder can block, essentially why I played the Shredder. Can't enlist a creature that just entered the battlefield. And Shredder can grow really big, which is nice. The Homestead Courage gives it vigilance, which is also nice. We'll block your Shredder with the Guardian of the Shredder all day. You can't enlist, it has Summoning Sickness. So, sorry about that. Opponent is figuring out enlist right now. It's alright, I do a lot of figuring out my own cards on the fly, too. Cascade, not a bad draw. Kind of want to trigger Connive this turn. I kind of do, but not sure if it's going to be possible. I could play Drake, and I could play the Courage on the Shredder, but that doesn't seem great. So, do I pass? Do I just play Drake and pass? I think I'm just going to play Drake and pass. Keep up protection. They're going to get an attack in for sure, but that's okay. If they have removal, they would be wise to try it here. Faithful Absence. Yeah, this Spell Pierce probably is not getting any more value than this, so that's fine. They don't have a lot of non-creature spells. Flip out the back can be used to block and whatnot, so I think it makes more sense to use Spell Pierce in that instance. Now they'll be able to attack with Enlist, and we'll take 4 damage. Look at the Scry and whatnot. And that's okay. What? Okay. There we go. Opponent's figuring out the Enlist mechanic here. There we go. Now they get their Scry too. And their +2/+0. Scry them both to the bottom, huh? Obviously, this can get indestructible if they discard a card. And we don't really want to block disadvantageously right now anyway, so that's all well and good. Scrutiny, huh? Yeah, so I think, yeah, we're gonna play the Drake, and then we're gonna play the Courage on our attacking Drake. So that way we can draw a card and connive. Maybe get a land here. Untapped white land would be good. Yep, that's an untapped white land. 2 untapped white lands. Probably don't need both. We'll get rid of that. Play the Adakar Wastes. And we'll just attack with the Drake. So that way they feel like enlisting is harder. Obviously, we can also block with a Drake and slip out the back, which is probably going to be our plan. And yeah, our opponent doesn't draw any land, so they know they can't beat the snowball that's going to come their way. So, alrighty. GG's. Quick update for the last game or so. I think I'm going to remove the Silver Scrutinies that's already did here, and I'm going to add a Fading Hope and another spell of some sort. I just felt like the Silver Scrutinies were they were good, but they were not. I don't know. They weren't exactly what we wanted all the time. They were good in the first game we played only because I played poorly and got to a spot where we really needed more resources. But I think in normally we're not going to be there. So I think we are going to get a second, slip out the back. Two more slip out the back. Sorry, one more slip out the back, and one more Fading Hope in place of those 2 Silver Scrutinies. So, all right, we're gonna do that and get into the last match or so. Our opponent goes first, and they kept 7. We have an Ivy and good mana, so I think we'll keep this. Spell Pierce the draw there. Do they have anything? Missionary, okay. I don't think we want to run out our Spell Thief. It's the only creature we have. I think we want some way to protect it. Virtuoso, okay. The Spell Thief. Keep up a slip out the back. Or a Spell Pierce. They try to target it here, we'll use a slip out the back, and that'll make sure it's good all the way until our next turn. We have more mana up. Yep. Expected that to happen. But now they can't target it this turn either, without us also having spells up, so that is good. Opponent's on Esper, obviously. Let's see what else they have besides the Missionary. Underdog, yep. Painful mana base, but that's how we do with things around here. Not having another white here is going to be kind of tough, so we can't double Homestead Courage, but this is fine for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this Allenbeck Escort instead of Homestead Courage. That's the plan, at least. Sure. Phase them both out. Actually, I don't think we'll copy it on the Ivy. Okay, interesting. So this make disappear is going to counter a slip out the back. So we'll pay for it with 2. And the question here is, do we want to pay again? Or do we want to spell pierce and cast this all in Beck Escort? I think we're gonna spell pierce and keep the escort up. Don't have a lot of whites, so I think discarding 1 and getting the value there is going to be good. And now we have the escort to protect our spell thief. Obviously, we'd rather be using the escort on lifelink mode right now, but gotta do what you gotta do. Gix, sure. No blocks. Homestead Courage. Yeah, let's cast another Homestead Courage on this Virtuoso, and obviously we're going to take advantage of it and copy it onto our cool Ivy. Go to a Homestead Courage that we already have a lot of. Give our opponent the opportunity to block. Alright, in this instance, I think we're going to go for the life link. Leaves us protection down, but our opponent doesn't know that. And really, I mean, we're out on white mana right now. We really need some more white mana in our life, so. Go full control mode to make our opponent think twice. Kaito. Sure, we'll let Kaito resolve. And we don't have anything for it anyway, I suppose.
You'll never see me.
Making the 1/1, yep.
I got someone on the inside who can help.
Kaito phasing out. We'll connive again on this Virtuoso. Discard the Ivy. Get another +1/+1. And we'll pass and keep up full control again. Virtuoso being a 7/7 is definitely something here. Missionary without returning a spell and Rafine. Okay. Both those are good. Should have cycled before, but that's okay. Fading Hope. It's not bad. It's not bad. Alright, we're just doing Homestead Courage again. Just having Vigilance every turn is nice. And being able to connive away Cards we don't need is nice. Gonna get rid of this Highland. Okay. We have this Besaju. And this Fading Hope. Fading Hope doesn't have any... I mean, sorry, Besaju doesn't have any great targets. Fading Hope obviously can get something. We'll see what we want that to be. Okay, Kaido's drawn now.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Opponent needs to get into some removal here if they want a chance in this game. That's a good one too. Makes their 2-2.
Nobody knows the past.
See if they attack with Ravine, or they don't attack with Ravine. So we can get one of their basic lands, but that's not anything too pressing. Gonna pass turn 2, we draw. I'm gonna cast this Homestead Courage again. See what we connive into. Another Virtuoso. It's better than a land. The question is, do we want to... Oh, this is the only thing with flying? Okay, our opponent's dead then. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize that earlier, but that was the only thing with flying. So, yep, that makes a lot of sense. GG's. I really like the deck. That's performed well. All right. Let's move to the wrap up. Alrighty, we're back with the wrap up, and I think I do like this version better without the Silver Scrutinies and increasing Fading Hope. I think maybe there's even a possibility for 4 Fading Hope if you can get there in the deck. I think it's really our only interaction against other creatures, and so you're in this deck really relying on the fact that your opponents aren't going to get under you, which we pretty much avoided. We didn't play anything super aggressive that was able to get under us a bunch. Blue White Soldiers deck likely would have done that, but they stumbled on mana. So I think this is a good build, but you do want to keep that in mind. You probably want to play this against a slower meta where you can resolve your creatures on turn 3 with protection up and then just protect it for the rest of the game, essentially. I do think you probably want to also find a way to get more white mana in here, some more white-blue mana, since that's really the base of your deck. You don't really need to play anything on turn 1, so you could probably live with a couple of white-blue duels. But there were lots of instances there where we came up short on white mana, and it makes sense. We have only 11 white mana sources in the deck. We have only also 9 green sources, and we never really were low on green because you really only need 1 green every now and again. So I think maybe you could probably cut this Besaju for plains, and maybe one of these brush lands for a maybe a brush land. I'm just trying to think. Maybe a brush land for a tapped white-blue duel. Maybe even one of the Spars Headquarters and Bant, I think. Maybe you could play, I think. Yeah, you could play a couple Spars Headquarters, I think. Yeah. You definitely could. I'm just trying to think. Maybe there's a chance I play this deck again and update the mana base to get a different video. But you really could see the power of the deck. And I think just knowing that you could make some mana base changes, maybe around Spars Headquarters, could change it for you. But then again, I guess we'll see. But thank you again to Jaw for submitting this deck. Really have fun playing any type of deck Jaw submits, and we always do pretty well with them. So this is no exception here. We did pretty well here. Lost the game that wasn't even in the ranked queue because I misclicked, and I also threw that game. So, but we did pretty well on the rest of the matches. So that's something there. But again, if you want your your deck to be in one of these videos, just submit it in a Google Forms down below, or put in a comment, and I'll try to get to it and play it on the channel if it It looks like it'll be a good candidate. Until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.